Hi everybody, Train from Living Intentionally here, and today I'd like to talk about fear, the ego, and how we can use meditation to calm that chattering mind and give ourselves some peace. When we're facing huge trials in life, our ego tends to run away with telling fear-filled stories of all that can possibly go wrong. The most important aspect of understanding how ridding ourselves of fear is important is to consider what fear is in the first place. Fear equals false evidence appearing real. The ego's fearful chatter is a future push of an old story. We transpose images and experiences from our past onto a possible future. Not the future, but a possible future. Nothing that the ego warns about is a given. Although the ego means well, its job is to protect us from making mistakes that might cause us pain or even death. It tends to be the boy who cried wolf. It projects tales of doom and gloom into the future to keep us from making mistakes. This ego behavior is good in the moment, but it really is only beneficial when we're facing immediate and tangible threats, such as being bitten by a snake or risking to traverse across loose shale on a very steep mountain slope. Those threats are acute, meaning that they come up quickly and, generally speaking, dissipate just as quickly. A fight or flight response lasting minutes poses no health threat. Unfortunately for us, our egos are so good at digging through memories and finding patterns that we are inundated with potential pitfalls throughout life. When we're facing chronic challenges, such as illness or poverty, the ego showers us with everything that could go wrong, from loved ones who died to our own missteps and everything in between. If it was newsworthy enough for you to remember, your ego will find it and project that negativity into a possible future storyline. The risk in this ego behavior is that the subconscious mind doesn't differentiate between fantasy and reality. When the ego projects its fear-filled story into your future and you imagine that scenario, your body reacts physically to the fear and induces its fight or flight response. This reaction suppresses your immune function, which means happy days for any disease or pathogen. The more you fret and worry, the more vulnerable you will become. So to stop this from happening, you must silence the ego and silence its stories. That silence comes during meditation. The ego cannot express itself in the present. The ego only knows the past and imagined futures. As we become accustomed to practicing meditation, we experience longer and longer periods of being in the gap between our thoughts. That silence is golden. Within that space, that silence, we can find our true essence. We can tap into the innate joy that is God consciousness. We can experience the very fabric of love and intention in the first person. In the silence of the breath, we can find healing. There are a number of meditation styles out there, and it is beyond the scope of this video to try to describe them. If you're unaccustomed to meditating, I would encourage you to try to find something. It's okay if you're unsure. At a bare minimum, sitting with good posture and focusing on your breath is enough. As your thoughts come, acknowledge them and let them go. A mistake new meditators often make is to try to suppress their thoughts. This is akin to holding your ego's nose so it cannot breathe. If you attempt to suppress your thoughts, you'll experience more and more fear from the ego itself. It's better to just relax and allow, knowing that thoughts naturally come and go. If you acknowledge your thoughts, yet do not entertain your ego, you'll find that your thoughts come more slowly. The quiet you seek will present itself naturally, without struggle. If you like this video, please hit that like button and consider subscribing. Leave a comment, let me know what you think. It all helps the channel grow. And with that, I bid you a wonderful day, and I wish you all the very best. Namaste.